Gotta keep it on me. Keep my distance from you phonies. Only changing with the game. Little nigga, stop acting like you know me. Put my trust in no man. Real soldiers get the dough in. Come and stop the fluid. My home, I let my bro in. Okay. Real flaky shit. Gotta make sure name up in my phone. Baby, I'm a dog. Even easy went back home. Told her we could hit the mall. Matter of fact, no, we don't. Cause Gucci got my number. And that Louis line too long. He in the hood all day. That's how he move. Yeah. 5% do say in this cup to keep his cool. He don't trust these fools, no. Family be photos. When I'm in a VIP, I don't wanna take no photo. Just let me buy.
Hey, hey.
Just let me buy, let me buy, let me buy.
Not sure who's on. How's your day? I'll get started in a minute.
He in the hood all day. That's how he move. 5% do say in this cup to keep his cool. He don't trust these fools, so family be photos. When I'm in a VIP, I don't wanna take no photo. Singing with these killers, you know I can't take no gorilla. He gon' hop out with that
What's up, y'all? Say hi so I can see who's on. I'm gonna get started in a minute, y'all. The goal is to do 30 minutes. I'm not gonna get through all the questions, obviously, but I got various questions coming in to where I might start moving these lives from 30 minutes to an hour. But for those that are on, what's up? How y'all day going? Say something so I know who's on. What up, Cozy? Okay, so I'm gonna get started. Let me turn this off. So I'm going to get started because the goal is to only have these 30 minutes. People were sending in questions. I know I'm not going to get to them all on one particular live, so I may start doing an hour live monthly. I'm not too sure. We'll just see how my schedule go. But I'll get started, y'all. While y'all are on, share the live, please. Tag some people in. Okay, Cozy. Shoot, I just lost my train of thought. But get y'all while y'all are on, you still can ask your questions. I may or may not be able to get to them because I do have questions that people had already sent in. But that's cool though. Ask your questions in the comments. If I don't get to them on here, I'm definitely writing them down so I can come back and get to them on the next live. For now, I'm doing these lives 30 minutes once a month. I did have people asking me to do them weekly. Again, I don't know. I might move to once a month for an hour, or I might move to weekly for 30 minutes. I got to get my schedule together. Sometimes I'm able to go live. Sometimes I'm not. So I haven't promised the, weekly lives or whatever. But that's something to think about. So for those who are following the page, those who are going to watch this, who's watching this now, who's going to watch this later, please turn on your notifications. I cannot tag everybody or remember to tag people for when I go live. So if you want to catch these lives and interact with me while I'm on the live, please turn your notifications on. That could be on Facebook or YouTube. Also, I would like for you guys to follow the Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and the Instagram, because I'll be live on Facebook, but I won't guarantee that I'll always be live on YouTube or always be live on Instagram. So I'm gonna kind of have mixed material going on all three platforms. So follow them all so you can kind of catch them all. But let's get into the first question. And as I talk about these questions, guys, the thing is, those that are following me, you kind of know what I do already. I'm a certified life coach. I got the flyer up for the things that I tackle. But when I say these things, none of these things go for everybody's situation. So that's the point of having a conversation. I might say something that you can relate to. I might say something that you can disagree with, but bring your perspective. It's cool. That's the point of conversation. It's not about agreeing to everything in every scenario. It's about having the conversation and seeing what meat you can take out of it, what you can learn, grow, and become a better you conversation. So when I give my opinion on these things, guys, just know it's my opinion. Yes, I do believe I am the expert in this thing, but I don't know everything, and I don't get everything right. So that's never what I'm saying when I give my opinion. But first one, so how do you forgive and forget? The thing is with this is that me personally, I don't believe you're supposed to forget. I do believe that you're not supposed to dwell on the situation. So forgiving and forgetting, I think is a ideology that people mainly church people, they try to tell you to forgive and forget because that's just the ideology of um, um, not, I guess, seeking revenge on the person that did something wrong to you. So I guess that's the ideology that they give. But I do not believe in the forgive and forget. I believe in forgiving. I definitely believe in forgiving because the only way to heal and move forward is you have to forgive. There's no way around that. You literally have to forgive whoever and whatever. But forgetting it, nah, I don't agree. You need to forget because the thing is, first of all, realistically, you're never going to forget everything that's happened. You're never going to forget everything that's said to you. That's going to stick in your heart. I don't care how you try to pretend that it's not. I don't care how you try to pretend like, oh, I ain't worried about that. It's going to stick with you because you are human. You have emotions, you have feelings. It's going to stick with you. Um, so the forgetting part is I don't believe you should forget because you need to remember what this person did. You need to remember their character. You need to remember what they said so that you can move accordingly to these people. Or so that you can, while you're forgiving, you could know like either I'm going to cut them fully off or I'm just going to kind of back up a little bit from them and, kind of not tell them my business next time, or I'm only going to hang with them in a group setting. I'm never going to be with them alone. So you can't forget those things, but I do believe that you should not be dwelling on the things, like constantly repeating back to yourself, like, oh, they did this, they said that. Now I gotta go hurt them. Now I gotta go pull up. So I believe dwelling on it is one of the things we do that makes it hard to forgive. So that's just my take on it. And guys, as I'm talking, y'all put y'all comments in the screen in the comment section. Make sure y'all share the live. Make sure y'all ask y'all questions. I do have a few on here again within my 30-minute time frame. If I get to them, I'll try my best to get to them, but if not, I will write them down to put them on to the next 30-minute live that I have. So then the next question that was sent in, it says, how do I move forward? So for me, it is moving forward means you can't look back. And I'm not saying, so I'm gonna use the analogy of a car. So when you're in the car, you're going forward, right? So you obviously you got to look back sometimes to see who's over here, so I know if I need to move over to this next lane, or if it's safe to move over or not. So the thing is, when I say stop focusing on the past, stop looking back, just go forward, it's never saying don't turn and look and remember what happened. It's never saying that, but it's saying like you cannot keep focusing on what happened in the past. You cannot keep dwelling on what happened in the past. You cannot keep you're driving in the car, but you're steadily looking back because you mad because this person blew at you 2 miles back and you pissed off at them. So you steadily looking back at them. What's going to happen? Or you steadily moving forward, but what's going to happen? You finna crash. You finna crash. You finna have an accident. You finna hurt yourself and you finna hurt other people. So that's the analogy I get with moving forward. You gotta keep looking forward. And it's okay to turn to see if you can move into this next lane of healing or whatever it is. That is totally okay. But to steadily dwell on looking back at what somebody did, and it's kind of go back to the last question I just answered with forgive and forget. Like you can never move forward if you're steadily focusing on, what happened. You got to observe what changes that need to be made. Again, see if it's okay to move over. See if it's okay. Okay, have I healed? Let me look and see. Okay, those things are okay, but to steadily dwell in that lane that you're no longer in, that's going to keep you from moving forward. So James, I'm gonna put your comment on the screen. It's probably long, so it might not fully be on there. So forgiveness is more about letting go of the bondage of that hurt. A lot of times we look at forgiveness like it's about letting the perpetrator off the hook. Exactly, exactly, and that's why I say. So the thing is, it's not letting them off the hook, but at the same time, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Are you gonna continue to do things to try to get back at them to make them learn their lesson? Or you gonna keep finding things to do that? Because most likely when you're doing that, you're gonna find yourself stagnant, stuck, and then depending on what the situation is, you're probably gonna find yourself in jail. Depending on how you control your anger. So it ain't about letting somebody off the hook. When you have that mindset that, oh man, I'm letting them off the hook, they playing with me, they doing this, they doing that, I gotta show them, don't ever play with me again. You could show a person to not play with you without having to go back into their territory and actually show them, like put your hands on them, do something to their car, do something to their house or whatever. It's not about letting them off the hook. Trust me, they won't be let off the hook. A lot of times when you remove yourself from somebody, when you remove the access that they have to you, that's going to kill them worse than anything else you can do to them physically or anything else that you could say to them. Silence is a killer. Like, people hate when you ignore them. So sometimes, like, forgiving them would be you never responding to them no more. You never giving them access back, to you. But yeah, James, I agree. Forgiveness is more about letting go of the bondage of their hurt. That's absolutely true. So let me give that's I put those two together because when they sent them in, it was two different people that sent those in. But the fact that they kind of ran together with each other, I just got to put them side by side. So how do you forgive and forget? How do you move forward? All of that is one in the same box, if that makes sense. Like, you cannot move forward without forgiving and forgetting. But the forgetting is not really forgetting. You know what I mean? It's just not dwelling on what they said or what they did. That was good, James, though. I appreciate you saying that. So the next one sent in was, should you date silently or publicly? I'm a person where I like to move in silence. I don't like posting my every move. I don't like posting, to be honest, I post a lot, but I don't even like posting all my thoughts, my every thought. The thing is with dating is that you're not exclusive. You're not exclusive. You're not that person's person, and that person ain't your person. So there is no need to post this person in every place y'all go, every conversation y'all have. Like, that should be a private, silent thing. Because first of all, you're still getting to know each other. Not only that, the thing is, why do you even want people knowing everybody that you done talk to? Why? Unless you see me out with this person, unless you see us out at the movies, bowling, arcades, club, wherever we at, unless you are there and you actually visually see us, there's no way you're gonna go to my social media and see everybody that I done went on a date with, everybody that I done talked to, everybody that I'm interested in. There's no way. Because here's the thing, like, I'm steadily learning this person. So when somebody see that you're dating or talking, because if we get that confused too, we think because we're talking to somebody it means something. No, you're just talking, sweetheart. Y'all not together. Y'all not exclusive. This person is not yours, which means they should be able to have somebody else that they're talking to. So the thing is with that, you're posting everybody that you're with, hanging out with, talking to, all of that, and then you run the risk of so many other people talking to you or inboxing you saying like, I was just with them last week and they with you now. I mean, duh, yeah, that's what dating is. Like, we're not exclusive. We didn't say we're together. I didn't say you was mine. You didn't say I was yours. Like, so you run the risk of all this drama that you shouldn't even be running into when you date publicly, so to speak, versus silently. So that's my 2 cents on that. Next one somebody sent in, I put that under here because again they ran together. Hold on, give me 1 second. So when dating, should I let a person know about my previous relationships? And guys that are on, I would love for you to actually give me your thoughts on this because I battled with this for a minute. Not me personally, but I battle with the thought of trying to figure out how to answer this question. So again, the question is, let me take this flyer off. Okay. So again, the question was, when dating, should I let a person know about previous relationships? I think my personal opinion is only if they directly ask you about certain details. That's the only time you should be getting into previous relationships situations with this person. They may not even be the one. So I don't feel like you should be telling everybody everything up front, just giving them all of your past situations. Women do this a lot because we like to talk. So it's almost like if you run across somebody who's only there to use you and not, they don't really want to be in a relationship with you. They're just there to get what they're gonna get. So they know to come to you and act like they're interested. If you are telling them all about your past, previous relationships, the stuff that your last dude did and all of that, or even last woman, because some women are, some women are slick too, out here. If you telling them that, they're gonna know what part to play. They're gonna know how to manipulate you. Oh yeah, she been hurt like this. All right, so let me do the opposite of that, and not necessarily because that's what they want to do, but let me do the opposite of that so that I can get her in and make her think that I actually care about her, but really I only want to sleep with her. So let me play the part. So, and I'm not saying this is everybody, but again, in my life coaching days, even before I was certified, that I see this often. I see this often. People come in, women too. Again, this ain't no gender thing when it comes to this situation, because I've had even men say, like, bro, she act like she really cared for me. But then once I finally made it official with her, she stopped having sex with me like she was at first. She stopped really caring about me, like she was at first. Like, she just totally changed. But that be the thing. People don't change that quickly. People are who they are, especially after you guys are named 3 months or whatever, and then you finally decide to get in a relationship. The thing is, she didn't change, he didn't change. You told them way too much in the beginning, so they knew what part to play, so they can play on your mind and play on your heart so that they can get you. And then once they got you, it's like, well, shit, it's accomplished now. I done what I need to do. All right, on to something next. I don't need to continue, putting up the front. So no, I do not believe in telling unless it's something specific. And even if it's something specific, I feel like people need to earn parts of you. We got to make people earn certain parts of us. Everybody is not mentally and emotionally stable enough or secretive enough to be able to handle all of your information. So no, I do not believe in telling people all about the person you're dating, all about your previous relationships. This was something in that question that they also added, but I didn't add it to this, but they were talking about body counts. So I don't really get into that conversation, but I did conversate with a dude, and I did tell him, if a dude come and ask me about a body count, I most likely won't talk to him. Or we might talk, but we won't have that conversation, because that's not your business. That's not your business. Until I know that we are probably finna move to the next level, that ain't your business about my body count. If you worried about me having an STD or whatever you worried about, wear a condom or don't mess with me. Like, you're not gonna know my body count. So I don't even have those conversations with people that I'm dating if I have not moved to that next step with you, that we are going to be exclusive. So before I get to my next question, let me go on and go through the comments. So this is a long one, so I don't think it's on the screen. Okay. So Cozy said, I feel like only if you see something that may affect them, like had the number once of a friend, but that didn't go nowhere, or having a dangerous situation that they need to be aware of. Are you talking about with the dating, Cozy? Like expressing or telling the person you dating about a previous relationship? Is that what you're talking about? So I think, like, so with that, if we're dating, again, if we're dating and maybe somebody say, or you talking to other people, I think something like that, yeah, should be expressed, because first of all, that's not really a previous relationship. That's something you're currently doing. So yeah, if somebody asks you, are you talking to other people, I definitely agree. Um, you do need to be, telling them about, yeah, I do talk to like 2 or 3 other people. Even if you don't give a number, just say, yes, I'm talking to other people, and just leave it at that. Let them move accordingly. Oh, about dating. Yeah, I mean, the thing with that, Cozy, I think, and that's why I say, if they ask you specific questions, then yes, say, I'm talking to John, and I saw like a picture of John and a dude I used to talk to, Mike. I see them kind of in the picture together. I think I would be like, you and Mike cool, or how y'all know each other. I think I would do that in particular, or say he's trying to talk to me and he see me and Mike in an older picture together. And so John like, hey B, you and how you know Mike? I think those situations is where I would come up and say, oh, we used to talk, oh, we was in a relationship. I think it's safe to say those type of things. But like going into detail, like, dude, just be like, let me think of something. Do say, what's one thing you don't like a dude to do? I think you would give an example of that without saying, hey, I used to date this dude named, I was in a relationship with this dude named Mike, and I used to go through his phone because he would always be cheating on me with certain girls on social media, just things like that. Like, now you going into all these details, and I get it. But again, this is only somebody you're dating. You don't even know if you move to the next level with them. So it's almost like, okay, dude gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. So now what I need to do is make sure I got that lock on my phone, or what I need to do is make sure I delete messages because I know she go through phones. So I don't know. I just feel like until you're moving to, okay, Cozy, until you're moving to that stage of exclusivity, I don't believe in putting everything out on the table unless it's asked directly, because some people are users. Let me go back up before I go to my next question, James. Let me see. So James said they showed you the representative when y'all first started talking, and when you made it official, the real person came out. This happens with dating versus getting married. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people will be like, I hate this. I haven't seen this lately. Before a minute, it was trending that it don't take a year for a dude to know that he gonna marry you. It takes at least 6 months, and then he should be moving to something serious. But the thing is with that, I feel like that's a lie. That's a lot. Like, even if a person know that, okay, this is somebody I will potentially be with or want to marry, the thing is, you still don't know that person. This person, people give you their representative for months, probably even a whole year. Like, I don't, especially if you giving them a lot of information up front, people gonna be the representative for however long they need to be until they get you exclusively. So no, I don't know. I don't believe, okay, I met somebody, like the example I gave, I met somebody 3 months. Oh my God, we finna get in a relationship. And then by month 6, you proposing to me because you feel like I'm the one. That's too fast. That's too fast. And I think somebody sent the question in on that too. I think that's finna be answered here. But yeah, no, I personally, and I know a lot of people, not necessarily men, but women have disagreed with this. You do not know a person within a year. Within 1 year, you still don't know a person. So what makes you think 6 months is enough to feel like you fully know a person? Three to 6 months. What makes you feel like that's enough for you to know that this person is the one? I don't agree with that. I personally don't. I feel like that's moving too fast. Again, guys, get your questions in. I do believe I got about 6 minutes. I may go over a little bit, but I do got more questions that people originally sent in. Again, whatever questions I don't get to in the comment section, I will put them on for the next live. So get them in, y'all. Get your comments in. Share the live, please. Like the live. Love the live. I didn't used to be about likes or anything like that, but being in the business game, I do realize with the algorithms, we have to get those likes up on our page. We have to get the comments up. We have to get the shares. That's what helps our algorithm with the business page, and get us out to more people. I was wondering why a lot of people was like, I don't even see when you go live. But on my lives, people weren't really, although they were commenting, they weren't really liking, they weren't really sharing. So I realized that helps with the algorithm. So yeah, share the live, text people in if you can think of it, but definitely like, heart the live for me. Help my algorithms. And and honestly, I feel like that's a study that needs to be done. This whole, I be seeing people post like, somebody you've been with for like 2 or 3 years didn't marry you, but this dude came in and within a year he married you. What it be like? They be like, a man that know what he wants ain't gonna play no games with you or whatever. And I get that. I understand the logic behind it, the emotion behind it. And you're right. A man that knows what he wants is not gonna play games. But that's the thing. Like, so even women don't know what they want. They're still learning what they want. And then if you're the type of person where you're showing them mixed signals, so even though y'all are together, this man might be like, okay, she may be wifey material, I love what she do. But the one thing I don't want to put up with, because men always talk about peace, the one thing I don't want to put up with is that when she get angry, she throws stuff. She go and bust out windows. She throw the microwave. Like, so when you're dealing with somebody like that, a man don't want to really throw you away because of that. He gives you time to try to work on that. But in the midst of that, because I feel like men have more to lose in a marriage than women do if they divorce. But because of that, men are going to be like, you know what? She good people. I love her for the most part. But it's this thing, this anger she got. It's this attitude she got. Like, she put our business out there all the time. I don't really know if I want to make her my wife, and then risk it getting worse. And then now I got to go through this divorce, and now I'm losing my. Depending on how long you guys are in it, because again, I don't feel like men throw women away that fast, their wives away. Most divorces are done by the woman. So men will try until the woman just go file the divorce. But men think long term like that. Women think for the now. So women think for, even in the dating stage, women think he got money. So okay, yeah, he'll be a good provider. I want him to be mine. Women will think like, I want the ring to look cute. Women will think like, oh shoot, I want to go on this trip with a bae and it be my bae and not somebody that I'm just, sleeping with. So women think like for the moment on a lot of things. Men think long term, more so when it comes to relationship. They think long term, like, can I really see myself with this person? And to be honest, that takes time. 6 months ain't gonna do it. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta go show me a statistic in a story that said people that marry within 6 months to a year stay together so long and be so happy. You gotta show me statistic, because I don't believe it. Give me a second, guys. I'm reading the comments. So then Cozy said, I just looked up the average today on a study, and it said 4.5 years is the average time it takes people to get married. So do y'all agree with that? So it takes about 4.5. Now this is a study that he looked up. So on average, and again, guys, so this is my thing with conversations too. When I have conversations, y'all, I generalize. I go off the general population. A lot of people, when they have conversations, they go on the I and the me. And so when you're only focusing on the I and the me thought, you cannot have a conversation, because you make what you think and what you do the general statistic or whatever, and that's not true. Like, when you have a conversation, you got to be able to do the study overall. You got to think about men in general, women in general. You can't be like, all right, I don't cheat, so that ain't true. Women don't cheat. Yes, women do cheat. Stop it. You just don't cheat. So 4.5 years, I don't know, man. I don't know. Personally, I don't know if it, and that's the average study, and I get it, because that's probably what's going on for real. It is probably taking 4.5 years on average for people to get married. Yes. I would like to interview people and see why does it take that long. But along the process, as I talk to men and women, I do understand we think so differently. And again, women think for the now and the current and what it's gonna look like. Men be thinking long term. And then we ain't gonna get into this now, but then another one that people talk about is then why do you marry her if you didn't really feel like, you know, she was the full wife that you wanted her to be? That's another discussion to have. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with 4.5 years should be like the goal of that, but to say that the study says that's average, I could believe it. I could believe it. I would say at least by year 2. Let me read the comments. I would say at least by year 2, you should be knowing if you're in. Again, listen, I'm talking about people that's exclusive. I'm not talking about nobody you've been fucking for 2 years, 1.5 years. I ain't talking about them. I ain't talking about the sex buddy, the situationship. I'm talking about somebody that you literally are exclusive with. Because those other situations where you be hearing, oh, I've been messing with him for 2 to 3 years, you know, yada, 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 and then he went and got with somebody else. Okay, you messing with somebody and you been exclusive with somebody are two different things. So we ain't talking about that. Yep. And here's another one. People can be married or together for years and still can't know a person. I'm sorry. I didn't see. I couldn't read that. And you know what's crazy is that is so true. That is true as well. And so the thing with that, people can be married and together for years and still don't know a person. And what I blame that on is people not having conversations. People getting together for the wrong reasons, such as, oh, y'all already been together, you know, 3, 4, 5 years. Why y'all ain't married? Okay, we've been together 3, 4, 5 years, but shoot, we don't do nothing that's meaningful. We have sex. We got kids, so we take care of our kids. We go to work, but this ain't really my friend. We just do life together. We just comfortable with going with the routine, but this ain't really my homie. This ain't really my friend. I don't feel like this is somebody I can confide in. I don't really trust them. But the fact that society and family is saying, hey, y'all got kids, you might as well be together. You might as well be married. Hey, y'all been together this long, you might as well get married. The fact that they got the pressure of that, I feel like they get married and then it's like you still go with the stale routine that you had before you got married. So the thing is, if you get married, marriage does not change what you currently got going on at all. It changes your last name. It changes legally, it changes your title, but it does not change the habits that you got going on. It does not change the hurt, the healing, the issues that you had previously that you got going on. So for me, in my personal opinion, I do feel like those people who've been married so long but really still don't know each other, it's because they got married for the wrong reasons. I'm not marrying somebody I don't really like. I don't care if we slipped up and had a kid. I'm not marrying you. I'm not doing it. Like, I really got to know that you are my peace, my protector. I really got to know that we're on the same mindset and that we are going, you know, we got the same goal, that same end goal for family. We got the same end goal for finances. We got the same end goal for building. I'm not just marrying you just because we've been together for years. And then I have to evaluate that. Why are we even together all these years and we don't even know what we're doing? Oh, you know what? Let's get married. That's going to fix it. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop telling people that. And y'all, it's crazy because I am actually over my 30 minutes for the live, and I knew it was going to get like this. But I'm gonna answer a couple more questions because it gets like this. I went through maybe 3, 4 of my questions that was previously sent in. I still got about 4 more. And then y'all asking questions. So in the future, I may go ahead and make these lives an hour, or I may do 30 minutes weekly. I have no idea, y'all. Pray for me. I still got to figure it out. But definitely keep getting y'all questions in, guys. That's what's going to keep the content coming. That's what's going to keep me going live so that I can get to your questions. I do ask a lot of questions on my personal page. But you know, typing cool, but I like the interaction. I like you guys to actually hear me explaining these things verbally versus, you know, typing them out. And guys, for anyone that's on here and is going to come on later, please comment. So what she just said, people can be married or together for years and still can't know a person. Can y'all let me know why do y'all think that is? I mean, I gave my opinion on that, but can y'all let me know why y'all think that is? And then James said, I married my wife after a year and a half, and almost 9 years later, I'm still learning new things about her. Not because she's being dishonest, but because discovering new things about herself, and so am I. We're basically growing and leveling up together. It's a team effort at the end of the day. And James, I'm gonna salute you on that because that's real life. That's real life. Like you're never gonna fully always know a person, but I believe in the beginning you got to know at least that hey, we both want marriage. We both plan on being faithful. We both want a family. We both are planning on getting our finances together. We both are planning on, I think I said that already, staying loyal to each other. Like there are little things in the beginning that you guys have to have in common that's gonna be a solid building ground. But then once you are together exclusively, the thing is you're always going to be growing. You're always going to be learning yourself because a lot of us don't know ourselves growing up. We're learning ourselves in adulthood. A lot of us are now learning ourselves. So that's the thing. Yeah, you're going to be with your wife or a husband or whoever, and you're still going to be learning them because they are still learning themselves, and that's totally okay. That's totally okay as long as the respect is there, as long as the marriage was built off a solid foundation and not off, oh, we got kids together, let's do it, or oh, we've been together all this time, might as well do it, or any other type of conviction. Long as it's not built off those type of things, y'all gonna be okay. Y'all gonna be okay. And James, I really respect that answer because I agree with it. I agree with it. We're basically growing and leveling up together. That's the thing. In the beginning, you can spot if a person is selfish. You can spot if a person knows how to, when it comes time, knows how to put you and your feelings first over theirs. You can know in the beginning if this person is somebody that is really mature enough to build with. Because you're right, y'all gonna be basically growing and leveling up together. It's a team effort, and not leveling up together as far as I do everything he say and she do everything I say. That we ain't talking about that type of leveling up. We talking about letting each other grow and learn themselves, being respectful of their journey, but knowing that while you guys are on that journey of learning your own self, you still are respecting your partner in the process. You still are taking your partner into consideration while you guys are growing. So William said he say 2 to 2.5 years. He not waiting 5 years to get married. I feel you. I feel you. See, the thing is with that, William, is that a lot of us have those goals, and that's a good goal because especially at our age right now, who got time to be wasting all them years with somebody? No, not I. So I get it. 2 to 2.5 years. That's to me is a perfect example of, hey, this is my boundary. 2 to 2.5 years. If by one year and a half you ain't meeting the standard where I think we're gonna get married, it's time to cut it off. I ain't waiting a year 2 to say, maybe at year 2 they gonna change. No, you had a whole year and a half to show me if you a wife material. You had a whole year and a half to show me if you a husband material. Because again, guys, despite what people tell y'all, things ain't gonna change after you get married. Whatever's going on beforehand, that's gonna magnify. You don't just say I do, and then the person say, all right, I'm stop cheating because I'm married now. We got a bunch of married cheaters in this world. So that should prove to y'all, ring ain't gonna change nothing. All right, I'm married now, so now I know how to balance finances. That's a lie. Who told y'all that? If they weren't balancing finances beforehand, if they were spurging money beforehand, and all the wrong things beforehand, if that was your argument on finances, when you get married, if they have not been trying to change up until the marriage date, that ain't gonna change once you say I do. So I'm finna get off in a few. I am over on time, so let me read a couple of these questions, and I will not get to my other questions that was already sent in to me. So yeah, I might start moving these to an hour. But Cozy said, learning each other. I guess these are the steps he's giving. Learning each other. 2, merging families. 3, first 2 years are full of structure and building. And yeah, you know what? Yeah. The first 2 years are full of a lot of structure and building. And that's why I say I don't believe in that 6 months to a year thing. I don't believe in it. I'm realistic. A lot of women live in a fantasy world. A lot of women look at society, they look at celebrities, they look at some of their friends. I can't even say all of their friends, probably none of their friends, but they look at other people and they be like, oh well, her dude proposed to her within a year. I ain't waiting on no dude to if a dude don't know that he want to marry me by a year, then he ain't my type. Girl, first of all, you don't even know what they went through. You don't know if that man, he probably was the type of man like, I don't care what go on. My next woman, I'm married. You don't know what went on in a decision to get married within a year. You cannot base your reality off of that. Because it goes back to step 3 that Cozy said. First 2 years are full of structure and building. You ain't built no kind of structure. Y'all just been going out. Y'all just been having sex, partying, kicking it. Don't even know each other. But because y'all having fun, y'all spent the first year or two having fun and not really having conversations. Now you think you're ready for marriage. Then you get in the marriage and wonder why this person changed. The person ain't changed. You ain't built nothing. All y'all did was party, kick it, and have sex. You ain't built nothing. And then 4, Cozy said, most likely money to do it now you want. I think I'm reading that wrong. I believe we know, but to me, knowing and being ready to do it how you want to do it is another thing. Exactly, Cozy. I agree with that 100%. So a person knowing and them actually being ready to do it, those are 2 different things. I could know by year 1 that you're gonna be my husband, but am I ready? It ain't even about you being ready. Am I ready as a woman? Am I ready to take on the sacrifices that it takes on with a relationship or a marriage? Am I ready to? I can't take this client on this day because I'm an entrepreneur. I can't take this client on this day because babe needs some time. Am I ready to do all of these things? So I can know that I want to be married. Like now, I know I want to get married again. Yes, I absolutely do. But knowing if I'm ready, that's a totally different thing. And not only knowing if I'm ready, but finding the dude that actually matches my ready. That's another story to talk about too. So it ain't just about you. But let me finish reading that. So I believe we know, but to me, knowing and being ready to do it, how you want to do it is another thing. When you move in together, that's a whole different level of learning. A whole different level of learning. And I know I just was tagged on a post earlier today about marriage. But I know a lot of people, women, men don't say this, but I know a lot of women say you should move in with the guy or whatever. That's something you do when you're married. However, it's a bunch of people moving in together. So people don't even really believe their logic. They just like talking just to talk. But the thing is with that, I'm not saying you have to move in with this person. I'm not saying that should be the main rule to go about everything. But I do believe that y'all need to be spending some nights together, like a lot of nights. If you don't move into this person's house, spend a lot of nights together because you do need to be seeing how this is going to go once we move in together. Because it is you sharing a space forever with somebody. It ain't just your space no more. So that's a total different thing. So going on down to the next one. So 5, he said healing processes begin first before jumping to the highest level again. And then James saying, I don't know if he's still on here. You're gonna have to do an hour, sis. I know, man. I had my schedule going. I had some things rolled out. All right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But you right. I'm gonna have to do these for an hour. Will I still only do it once a month? I don't know yet. I might move it to twice a month. I know for sure it's gonna stay once a month, at least once a month. But now I'm at 45 minutes already. So I'm definitely probably going to have to do an hour because I stop and do my intermissions, my advertising. Make sure y'all go follow the page, the YouTube, the Instagram, all that. So I stop and do that. So yeah, that takes away from the time of answering questions too. And again, I still have about 4 questions over here that I ain't even got to. And that's from people who sent their stuff in originally. So I'm on 45 minutes already. So I'm going to take the rest of these 15 minutes with y'all. That's going to make my hour. And then I'm going to get off here. So when you said me personally, I don't want to move in until marriage, at least maybe a month before the wedding or so. I agree with what you said about spending the nights. And yeah, William, the thing is, I don't believe that you have to move in with the person. I don't believe that at all to make it work, because I know people who, going back to the young lady earlier when she said people could be married or together for years and still not know each other. I know people who are living together, and by the time they decide to get married, they married a few years and then they divorced. And my thing with that is, y'all been living together though. Like, what happened in the midst of y'all being together and being married that made y'all say, I can't do this no more? Like, what? I don't know what happened other than y'all just had a marriage ceremony. So I don't know. I wouldn't say I believe you have to move in together. I don't think that shouldn't be an option though. I think morally, again, church people, I think that's what they don't want to do, the shacking thing. And I understand that. Whatever your morals is, whatever your beliefs is, don't go against that for anybody. But I do not believe that's a standard that you should not move in together. But I can agree, William. Maybe a month before the wedding. I would say, honestly, once you guys have been engaged, I would say even a little before a month. So maybe 4 or 5 months before the wedding. Move on in. And just kind of see how each other is. But yeah, I definitely think even if you don't move in together, y'all need to be spending some weekends together for sure in each other's house. Despite what some people morals and church beliefs is, you definitely need to, because you need to see how this person goes to bed, wake up. What do they do? Do they just lay around? How do they clean up their house? You just need to see some stuff that you ain't gonna see if I'm just coming over here for a few hours to spend with you. You're not gonna see these type of things. But yeah, William, let them know beforehand. Yeah. I mean, that's conversation. That's the thing we lack in the Black community. I do not believe we have conversation like we need to have. I believe we just go with the flow of things. We just see how things go. I think I like this person. Oh, they like movies. I like movies too. Oh, we seen the match. Oh, let's go out. Oh, we went to bowling. Oh, we went to this club. Oh, we had a really good time. Oh, we got drunk together. Oh, the sex nice. I feel like we do the really, really basic things, and we don't have the hard conversations that we need to have with these people. So then we jump ourselves into situations, jump ourselves into relationships with a person that we don't even know. First of all, we got together on the wrong thing. So I'm gonna put that on the screen. So Cozy said, one thing for sure, people have all this get married logic, but what's reality is people then got a divorce after 10, 20, 30, 40 years together. Love has structure, but no blueprint. I swear I agree with that. And then the thing is, and I'm gonna just go by my personal family. And I ain't saying names, so you don't know who I'm talking about unless you know who I'm talking about. But I have family members who they've been together 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Some of them got divorced. Some of them are still together, but they living in separate houses, or they sleeping in separate rooms. Like, they really don't like each other. But for the fact that they've been together so long, they don't want to do the alimony thing. Or the woman she's scared to now be on her own because she don't know how to be on her own because she never had to be on her own. The man, of course, don't want to pay the alimony. Or they want to stay together in the house because they don't want the family or the kids or whoever to discredit them, because why y'all been together so long and now you getting divorced? Why not just stay together? It ain't no blueprint to love, but I believe there needs to be structure in the beginning. There needs to be structure in the beginning, and that goes with a conversation. You, from y'all social media, I see it on mine, so I know y'all see it on y'all's, because that's the majority of people. From social media, you can tell a lot of people don't know how to have conversations. They don't. People get mad when you disagree. People get mad when you say something that they don't feel is right. Here's the thing with that: if you can't handle a conversation on social media, what makes you think that you're going to be able to have a conversation with somebody who you're supposed to be in a relationship with? Because the thing is, it's the opposite sex. But what the example I'm going to give is the opposite sex. You got men, you got women on social media, arguing with each other, disagreeing with each other, calling each other stupid, and all other kind of things. What makes you think if you can't see a man's point of view or if you can't see a woman's point of view, what makes you think that's going to change when you get in a relationship? Because you still going to have to see the opposite sex point of view. And not only see it, but you got to learn how to respond to that. You can't call them out their name when you don't agree with them. You can't blast them on social media. I mean, it happens, but you can't blast them. This is your partner. But again, people do this stuff on social media. And what we do, oh, well, they ain't going to do me like that because we in a relationship. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Because their character is what their character is. And yeah, William said, I agree. A lot of people don't know how to have a conversation. They don't. They don't. They don't know how to have conversations at all. It's all about, from what I see, a lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are stressed. And I'm not saying it as in, oh, it's your fault or, ha type thing. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is a lot of people are stressed. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are lost. So what people are doing, they're not having conversations because conversations make you have to look in the mirror. People don't like looking in the mirror unless they putting on their makeup, getting their beard trimmed, washing their face, putting on lashes, all of that, getting their hair done. They don't like looking in the mirror outside of that. So when you have this type of thing going on, I don't need a conversation. I just need to look good and get the dude that I want. I just need to look good and get the attention that I want. When it comes to dudes, I don't need to look within. I just need to look like money. Even if I ain't got money, I just need to look like money and get the attention that I want. So people aren't having conversations. A lot of people are surface people. And then when you get in a relationship, relationships aren't surface. Relationships get down to the nitty gritty. It gets down to the foundation. So when you are a surface person getting in a relationship, yeah, your stuff don't fail. Yeah, all y'all gonna do is argue. Oh, the sex is good, but then after the sex, where we back at? Arguing, not liking each other, trying to get out the house because we can't stand to look at this other person, or ignoring their calls because damn, if I know if I answer, we finna argue. So James, so I'm gonna put this on the screen. Now I'm gonna go back to the one of my questions that was originally answered before I get off, and I'm gonna try to get. I think I got 4 more questions that somebody originally sent in. That's why I be stressing to y'all guys, because I got off actually. Because what I should have did, I shouldn't have answered none of y'all stuff. I just should have stuck to the questions that originally was sent in. But I like having conversation with y'all because y'all took time out of y'all day to tune in with me. So I got to show y'all respect and love by answering y'all comments and questions. But this is why I stress too, guys. Y'all send questions in to me in advance so I can have them mugs on here so we can be getting to those conversations. But James said we have to ask the right questions up front too. Absolutely agree. And you know what, James, to break that down, I don't even think people know what the right questions is to ask though. And that's why people like me, shout out to my girl Cozy's on here, but shout out to my girl Germination and her brand, Germany Brown. But that's why people like us and our brands, that's why we're doing what we do, because people don't know how to ask the right questions. They do what I just said, like they're really surface people. And as bad as they say, as much as they say, oh, I don't do it for attention, half of all of them do it for attention. Half of all of them do it for attention, which is why the conversations aren't even being had. I don't need to have a conversation if you're giving me the attention just off my looks. I don't need to have a conversation if you're giving me the attention because I got money. Conversation for what? I got what I need from you already. It's the attention. But I do agree we have to ask the right questions. Treat it like a job interview. Tell me a time when, how did you handle it? How would people describe your personality? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? James, to be honest, I ask those questions to even my friends. I ask those questions to associates. I ask those questions to Facebook. Like, I ask those questions already. So I'm going to ask it to the person that I'm interested in. But people don't think like that. People don't think like that at all. And those are just conversations. And like, I went out with somebody and he was saying certain things or whatever. So I was diving into what he was saying by asking questions based off what he was saying. And he told me, he was like, I feel weird and awkward because I ain't had nobody do that. And now we ain't talking, we ain't talking now because we don't mesh. We ain't on the same mindset. But he said that. He said, I've never had nobody do that. I feel the pressure because most of the time I say what I want to say, and the woman cool. She don't ask me no questions. She just, oh, okay. And then she go to talking about herself and her life. So he never had the pressure of actually having to have a conversation on a date. He just thought we gonna get there, we gonna eat, he gonna say what he gonna say, I'm gonna be impressed, by the end of the night, we might go back to the crib. That's what he thought because that's what he was used to. No, sir. I'm at an age where if I'm dating with a purpose. I ain't dating. If I just want to have sex with you, we ain't gotta go on a date. I know how to just go have sex with you. Because for men, if I can get the sex without taking you on a date, I'm gonna take it. So I know how to hit you up and just have sex without going on a date if I was not interested in conversation. Why, William? He gone though. I ain't playing games. He gone. He cool. He just an associate. He ain't on my level. I like conversation, so I ain't with all that what he was bringing. But yeah. So I got 4 minutes. Let me get back to the questions that they originally sent in. And any more questions you guys have, guys, get them to me. Like I said, I'm going to write them down, and then I'm going to have to tackle them on another live. So let me go back. So the last one I asked was when dating should I let a person know about a previous relationship? So this one is, do people give up too fast on relationships? I think we kind of tackled it in what we just talked about. No. Yes and no. Yes and no. But I believe it's more on the no side. And I believe it's more on the no side because I think this generation jumps into things way too fast. And it's based off what I said. Oh, she fine. Let's do what we do. We have our sex, chill for a minute, and then we jump into a situation. Oh, he got money. Dang, he look good. He smell good. Oh, his sex is good. We chilling. Let's jump into a situation. So I believe more of that is happening these days, which is why we jumping into relationships so fast. Which is why we also giving up so fast, because you got into this relationship with this person off surface, and based off surface, once that relationship hit and them hard conversations had to be had, them two personalities mixed, them two upbringings mixed, them two backgrounds mixed, them two traumas mixed, them two mindsets mixed. Once that mixed in a relationship, now you like, well, damn, I don't know if I really like this person. I'm out. I need to go find, somebody that really work well with me. So no, I don't believe people are giving up too fast on relationships. I actually think they are jumping in it too fast. Personal opinion. If you guys disagree, it's okay. It's okay. Because like I said, I do see both sides of it, but let me know your thoughts. Do y'all think people are giving up too fast? Or what's what? So here's another one. And this will be the last one I asked. All the other ones I'm going to have to tackle on the next live. This person said, dealing with tension between putting it was a she that sent this. She's dealing with tension between putting herself first and helping other people. So I'm going to keep it simple. You got to realize that your help will only go so far. If you fall apart, you are no good to other people. If you can't take care of yourself, your mental, your emotions, your self-care, you are no good to nobody else. So you're going to always deal with tension between putting yourself first and helping them, because you feel like the ultimate thing is to help them when they need it. But the ultimate thing is to help yourself because you need it. And I'm going to give this example before I close out. So go back to, I think everybody has been on an airplane before. So when you're on an airplane, what do they do when they say turbulence has happened or the plane is going down and the mask drop? What do they do? Who you put the oxygen mask on first? On the flight, they always tell you, put that mask on yourself first. It don't matter if your kid right there. It don't matter if your husband or your wife is right there, your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Put that mask on yourself first, and then you put the mask on them. So that's the best way I could say with dealing with tension between putting yourself first and the other. You have to put that oxygen mask on you first. Get yourself together. Get your mental together, your emotions together. Then put that oxygen mask on other people. The thing is, we got to learn to say no. And just because we're saying no right now don't mean no forever. No right now, because I need to get me together. Then once I'm together, then yeah, I can come help you out. Then y'all can listen to your problems. Then y'all can come help you move this furniture. Then yeah, I can help you work on your brand. Until then, I gotta work on me first. I gotta put the oxygen mask on me first. Get my mind stable, my emotions stable, get my brand together. Then I could come and go full force into whatever it is that you got going on. So yeah, so to answer that, plain and simple, put the oxygen mask on you first, then go help them. So we are done, guys. I definitely went over to an hour. I'm gonna start doing these for an hour. They still will be once a month for now until my schedule let up. Then I might move them to twice a month. So the guys that who asked the questions beforehand, once you come on, or those that have been on, if you have not seen me answer your question, trust me, I'm gonna get to them on the next live. I just didn't have time to get to them on this live. Thank you guys who participated, asked your comments and your questions. Thank you guys. I appreciate the interaction. Be sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, because again, sometimes I'm live on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm not live on YouTube and Facebook, and then vice versa. Shout out to y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday, because I am about to go and